What can we expect from the year 2022? To begin, the prices on the stock market are absurdly high. Essentially, it has been a bull market run for the past 13 years. Second, the amount of inflation skyrockets by almost a factor of 5 in the span of just 1 year. Third, as a result of the pandemic, the country's debt level is higher than it has ever been. Just about everywhere we turn, there's negative news, and it can be hard to ascertain what to do about our money and where to spend it when there is so much uncertainty in the news. When attempting to find an answer to this question, many of us look at a guy named Warren Buffett, who is widely regarded as one of the most successful investors in the history of the world. Where exactly does he plan to put his money this year, given how unpredictable the market is? Welcome to Smart Stock Academy, where you'll discover videos about businesses and insights from your prominent CEOs. Thank you for joining us for today's video, and let's explore topics that will awaken your curiosity when it comes to stocks and investments. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to assure you that you'll be updated whenever we upload videos. A highly well-known firm constitutes Buffett's largest holding by a country mile. It is common knowledge that you are familiar with this topic already. It's Apple, and just so you know, when we talk about Buffett, we're referring to Berkshire Hathaway, the investment firm that he controls and where he has most of his wealth invested. To clarify, we are going to begin with Buffett's publicly traded stock portfolio. He has a total of 887 million shares in Apple, which accounts for 42.78% of his stock portfolio. So to summarize, Buffett owns 887 million shares in Apple. The overall value of Buffett's holdings in Apple is estimated to be $125 billion at this time. It is 4 times greater than his next largest investment. And Buffett began purchasing Apple stock for the first time in May 2016 at a price of approximately $23 per share. He continues purchasing Apple stock all the way up until the first quarter of 2018. Since he purchased it, the price has increased by anywhere from 4 to 8 times. Nonetheless, Buffett has not yet made a transaction to sell it. Even now, it constitutes the vast majority of his stock's holdings. Bank of America, which is the second largest bank in the United States, holds the second biggest stock position owned by Buffett. Therefore, Warren Buffett is the owner of $42 billion worth of Bank of America stock, which accounts for 14.6% of the whole portfolio. If you are interested in purchasing the stock, it may be found on the New York Stock Exchange or NYSE under the ticker symbol BAC. Buffett acquired Bank of America by exercising a contract with a strike price of $7.14 and purchasing the stock directly. In addition to that, he boosted his holdings in the company by 30% during the third quarter of 2018 at a value of about $30. As a result, he now has a total cost basis for Apple stock of $14. At the same time, the information on Bank of America indicates that one share of stock costs $35.60 US. Buffett has been able to turn a very healthy profit. The price-to-earnings ratio currently stands at 10.15, while the yield stands at 2.36%. Buffett's portfolio places the firm that provides credit card services, American Express, at a number 3 spot of his biggest stock owned. The overall portfolio is worth $45.4 billion, and he has ownership of 150,000 shares, which accounts for 8.66% of the total. The stock itself is one that has a strong emphasis on value, which is quite typical for Buffett. The current price of the stock is $165.68 US, and it has a price-to-earnings ratio of 16.60% along with a yield of 1.26%. The next one is Coca-Cola. In an interview, Buffett stated that he'd never sell Coca-Cola stock, which is one of his favorite investments. Since 1988, it has accounted for 7.15% of Buffett's stock portfolio, which is worth a total of $20.1 billion. These include Fanta, Sprite, Smart Water, and a plethora of other billion-dollar businesses that he owns through the stock. The following stock provides you with additional insight on how to enter the food and beverage sector. Buffett's holdings in Kraft Heinz amount to $11.9 billion, making it the fifth largest stake in his portfolio and accounting to 4.09% of the total value. Despite the fact that its price has been falling for the previous couple of years, many individuals believe that this is still a value play. It has a market cap of $45.78 billion, a dividend yield of 4.28%, and a price-to-earnings ratio of 37.78, which is considered to be appropriate. The bank and financial equities make up Warren Buffett's 6th, 8th, and 10th largest positions. That indicates that 5 of his top 10 largest stocks are held by banks or other corporations that provide financial services. Moody's, the financial services provider, comes in at number 6 on the list. Its value is $8.7 billion and it accounts for 3% of the portfolio. The U.S. Bank Corporation has a market value of $7.50 billion and a market share of 2.5%, making it the 8th in the portfolio. And coming in number 10 with a market value of $3.7 billion and accounting for 1.3% of the portfolio is Bank of New York Mellon Corporation. In the year 2022, one of the industries in which Buffett has a significant investment portfolio is the banking and financial services industry. You may wonder why, and it is a valid question to ask. It is because you want to buy stocks that companies require in order to conduct business and make the economy function, which is what banks are for. There are also a handful of other primary reasons why you should do this. It is important to keep in mind that Warren Buffett likes to make purchases when other people are freaking out and afraid, and he did it with the financial services industry. Goldman Sachs, American Express, and Bank of America were all hallmark post-crash Buffett rescue buys that yielded to significant profits. The companies that were not related to banking that we passed on included Verizon at number 7, which is a firm that operates cellular networks. This is worth 2.92% of the whole portfolio, or $8.5 billion. And then there's DaVita Healthcare, which comes in at number 9 and has a value of $4.2 billion and accounts for 1.4% of the portfolio. And those are the top 10 largest positions that Buffett has up until 2022. After that, General Motors and Charter Communications are his 11th and 12th largest positions, and they are valued at 1.08 and 1.04 of the portfolio respectively. The rest of the stocks that Buffett owns are all valued just under 1% each, and we all not be examining those stocks here. However, some of the ones that stick out as interesting tiny positions that Buffett holds include Amazon, the massive e-commerce company that has had some very spectacular development over the previous couple of years. In addition, Berkshire acquired Snowflake, a company that is considerably dissimilar to the investments that Buffett typically pursues. As a general rule, Buffett stays away from initial public offerings or IPOs, but he made an exception for this one. Secondly, the company stores its data on the cloud and operates as a data warehousing service. Given that it is not one of Buffett's general investments, we can deduce that someone else at Berkshire must have been the one who made the purchase. Another of Buffett's holdings that falls into the category of minor positions is Kroger. Once more, this demonstrates how much he enjoys working with retail and food corporations. And then there is Visa, which constitutes another insignificant stake and accounts for 0.7% of the portfolio. This year, the investor continues to expand his holdings in the market's financial sector. That's it for today's video. Let us know what you think and leave it in the comments section so we'll know what your insights are. Again, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more updated videos about the business world.